So there was a company that was supposedly using AI to take something like e-commerce orders or something like that. I don't know, some kind of like a online purchasing e-commerce thing. As it turns out, it was just a company in the Philippines with nothing but entirely human workers. Yeah, and they got caught. Well, guess what? Guess what? Builder.ai's AI companion Natasha was actually Indian workers now bankrupt. I cannot make these titles up. I can't. I just can't make this up. I actually think there's something going on out there. I think people are watching me in much larger numbers than are reported on my dashboards here. So I see like, a few people on YouTube. I see like, a few views on X, and there's like probably around 15 people on Twitch and all that. But I think the numbers are actually in the hundreds. And these people like my content so much, they get up in the morning and they go, what sheer idiocy could we do today that leads to a great news title so that Spiro, the master programmer, all one word, lowercase with a big P for obvious reasons, can make content about it today? Let's read the article, shall we? Nowadays, companies in every industry try to replace human workers with AI, but at Builder AI, it's the other way around. It's Indian workers pretending to be AI. And as a result, they took in a bunch of investment money. They had a ton of investment money. They were a unicorn. They were valued at something like, at one point their valuation was something like $1 billion. I want to say they were super highly valued. There we go. The company was valued at over $1.5 billion in its last funding round. For as far as AI companies go, this one was considered to be a unicorn in the making. If not, it actually reached the unicorn levels. And now it's done. Now it's over. Probably because they overpromised and they couldn't deliver, because that's AI. That is essentially the message of AI. If AI was to make its own commercial, that would be the motto. Overpromise, never deliver. Or maybe rarely deliver. So there you go, Builder AI. I think it's a sign of the AI industry and the hypists who are involved with AI, just generally speaking.